Welcome everybody to Cool Guy Reviews, the channel where we take a deep dive into movies, TV shows, pop culture, and games. And welcome back to my One Piece live action series review. Today we're going to be taking a close look at episode 2. Now, since I got the majority of details out of the way in my episode 1 review, I want to jump straight into this one. So if you haven't seen that video, please go watch that one too. I'm going to hit you guys with a spoiler warning, so if you don't want to get spoiled, please go watch the episode, then come back and support this video. Alright, now that that's over with, let's get straight to it. Episode 2, The Man in the Straw Hat. We start off with a flashback of a young Luffy testing out his new Devil Fruit powers. We also learn a little bit more about the Devil Fruits.
It's because of the deal you make when you eat one. Mother Ocean turns her back on you and the sea can take away your strength.
Shanks walks in and Luffy asks if he can now join his crew, still with no success. Shanks and his crew are getting ready to set sail to go find the One Piece. He asks when he will see him again, then Shanks tells him he's not coming back.
What did you tell him?
Truth.
Back in the present day, Nami's still trying to crack the safe as Luffy is excited for his first pirate treasure. His excitement annoys Nami, who accidentally knocks Luffy's straw hat away.
Hey! It's not cool.
Luffy gets upset as the straw hat is his most prized possession. Nami finally cracks the safe and they finally get their map of the Grand Line. Nami then explains how their world works.
And this band across the middle is the Grand Line.
They chat a bit about the One Piece as they hear an explosion outside. They run out as a huge cloud of sleeping gas knocks the crew out. Luffy manages to hide the map in his stomach before falling asleep. They wake later only to find out that all their possessions have been taken away. Luffy is relieved they didn't take his straw hat. As the crew argues, the crate opens to a circus show taking place where the audience is chained to the ground and forced to watch and cheer. Buggy finally makes his grand appearance.
Stop! It's all wrong! You completely missed my entrance.
Angry they botched his entrance, he scolds his crew. Luffy recognizes Buggy from one of the wanted posters.
Wow. I bet everyone in the East Blue knows who you are.
What did you just say?
Buggy gets offended and lashes out at Luffy. Buggy also wants the map of the Grand Line to find the One Piece and also become the king of the pirates. Nami tries to run away, but she is shocked to find out that Buggy completely destroyed the people's town. She gets captured and brought back, where Buggy sets him off to get tortured for information on the map's location. We cut to Shell's town as Vice Admiral Garp arrives at the Marine base. Garp, dissatisfied with Morgan's progress, takes notice of the newest recruit, Kobe. Back at Buggy's tent, Buggy is torturing Luffy to no avail. Since Luffy's stretchy body is making it difficult, Buggy tries something else. He takes Luffy's straw hat and says it reminds him of Shanks. Buggy gets angry as he feels Shanks betrayed him in their younger days and wonders if Shanks has betrayed him also. After a townsman refuses to torture Luffy any longer, Buggy grabs a child from the crowd, which angers Luffy. He breaks out of his shackles and punches Buggy, which knocks his head off. Turns out Buggy too has Devil Fruit powers.
You ate the devil fruit? The chop fruit.
Which allows him to detach his body around.
Wanna see what else I can do?
He then knocks Luffy out again with more sleeping gas. We cut to Nami and Zoro, who are kept captive. Nami tries to free herself as Kabaji walks in and punches Zoro. Kabaji's angry that Zoro doesn't remember him. Turns out Zoro killed Kabaji's brother years ago for a bounty. Kabaji decides to play with Zoro by throwing knives at him. Back at the Marine base, Garp interrogates Kobe as he finds out that he was saved by a pirate named Luffy. Garp wonders why Kobe would want to be a Marine.
Being a Marine is my dream. Marines make the world a better place. One where people can feel safe. That's what I told Luffy.
Satisfied with his answer, he decides to take Kobe under his wing.
And we'll find him together.
We cut to another one of Luffy's childhood flashbacks where an upset Luffy is just sitting about. The bandit from earlier, Higuma, arrives with his men. They take their anger out on Luffy as Shanks shows up to his rescue. Higuma taunts Shanks and Shanks fires back. A brawl takes place as the red-haired pirates take out all of Higuma's men. It was truly awesome seeing Yasopp, Ben Beckman, and Lucky Roo in action as they work together in a spectacular effort. Shanks takes out the final man only to realize Luffy is gone.
Where's Luffy?
In the present, Luffy finally wakes up in a glass tank being filled up with seawater, and if you don't remember, it weakens Devil Fruit users and can sometimes neutralize their powers. Buggy will only let Luffy out if he gives up the map and joins his crew. Luffy declines and Buggy releases more water. We then go back to Luffy's childhood where Higuma plans to throw Luffy overboard in the middle of the ocean. A giant sea king, the Lord of the Coast, knocks him off the boat and eats Higuma. As Luffy sinks, he is saved by Shanks once again. Once aboard, the Lord of the Coast rises from the ocean and strikes at Luffy, where Shanks steps in to block it. Shanks steps up, and with a single glare,
Get lost.
the Lord of the Coast acknowledges Shanks and retreats back into the sea. This is our first look on what would go on to be known as Conqueror's Haki, which plays a major role in the series moving forward. Luffy hugs Shanks and notices Shanks has lost his left arm in the attack.
It's only an arm. I'm just glad that you're okay.
We cut back to Kabaji toying around with Zoro as Nami, now free, distracts him as Zoro knocks him out. They head back to rescue Luffy. They manage to save Luffy from drowning as he spits out the map. Buggy grabs the map as Luffy reaches for his straw hat. Zoro attempts to cut Buggy, but his chop chop fruit makes it so Zoro's attacks are useless. After struggling to defeat Buggy, Luffy musters up his strength back to join the fight. During the fight, his straw hat gets ruined.
Chop chop!
With no success fighting him, they come up with a plan to seal most of his body parts in small crates. Now with most of his body unavailable, we get this hilarious shot of Buggy as all he has left are his head, his hands, and his feet. Luffy then tells Buggy who he is.
I'm Monkey D. Luffy. And I'm gonna be king of the pirates.
As he unleashes one of his signature attacks. With Buggy now defeated, they release all the townfolk from their shackles, setting them free. Back at the Marine base, Garp gives a speech about corruption and how their leadership has failed them as he steps aside to reveal Morgan tied up. He tells them,
For honor. For justice! For justice! For the Marines! For the Marines!
He decides to take the new recruits to personally chase down the pirates that attacked the base. We see another one of Luffy's flashbacks as Shanks approaches him before he sets sail. Shanks tells Luffy that he will miss him, and Luffy tells Shanks that one day he will form his own pirate crew and sail away to become a greater pirate than him and his crew and find the One Piece. We then get a touching scene where Shanks hands off his greatest treasure, his straw hat, to Luffy.
When we meet again, you give it back to me.
He cries as Shanks tells him to be good and walks away.
Be good, Luffy.
We then transition to the present where Nami fixes Luffy's straw hat as they sail away to finally reach
The Grand Line!
Nami hides away and makes a secret call to someone telling them that she has the map. And that was episode 2 of One Piece, and what a fantastic follow-up that was. Episode 1 set up a strong start, and this did not disappoint. Now we have to talk about Jeff Ward's performance as Buggy the Clown. He was great. What an outstanding performance he gave, and I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of the season, he's what most people remember. You can tell he had a blast portraying Buggy, and I talk a lot about Buggy because to me, this was his episode. We also finish off Luffy's backstory and we see how he got his most prized possession, his straw hat. If every episode continues with this energy, I'm sure this series will break the anime live-action curse. I'm gonna give episode 2 of One Piece a 9 out of 10. And with 2 great episodes in a row, let's see if they can hit a third. Will they? Let's find out on the next one. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. And remember to comment down below and let me know your thoughts on the episode. I'm really curious to see how non-anime fans are taking to the series. And until the next one, remember to feed your Den Den Mushi for maximum efficiency.